Everybody, we are here. Today is day 22 of Junk Journal Round Robin. Thanks for joining me, and I'm just going to jump right into it. Day 22, we have our packet from Mary Ellen with our handy dandy sticker. And wrapped in our, looks like, elephant book. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lovely birds that are kind of cut out, but they need to be fussy cut, I'm sure. And then Cindy has sent a lovely package in a book page, I think. Lots of tape. It's kind of squishy. That's some fabric that does not match any of these birds. Lordy Pete. Okay, so I'm stumped on this one. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pause and fussy cut these little birds and ponder this a little bit and see what we need to do, and then I'll be back to finish this. But yeah, I'm going to fussy cut these birds off camera, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to ponder what we need to do, because I'm totally stumped. These two don't go together with that. I was thinking this kind of went together, but then Cindy threw in the cherries and the red and the bright and all that. So got a little bit of pondering to do. So I will be back shortly. Okay, so we are back. We have some fussy cut birds, and we have the fabric from Cindy. And I have pondered and pondered and pondered. And I think the best thing for me to do with this is just to make some little cards, little journal cards with these birds being the focal point, and stick the fabric in the background and just see what becomes of it. I have two craft papers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to cut them down the center. And those are going to be our bases. And we are just going to make it happen. We might cut them down a little bit more now that I think about it, because these are kind of big. I mean, I guess we can make tags out of them. Why is that off? I guess my measurements were off. But so yeah, really pretty birds from Mary Ellen. Really pretty fabric from Cindy. And you know, the green one goes pretty good. I mean, with the green, it's so weird. So we're not going to stress over it. We are just going to try to make it happen. However weird it may be. I think what throws me off is the cherries. Oh, it's got cherries on it. I was going to say it's got apples on it too, but it's just cherries. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with it. I'm kind of actually inclined now to cut them as tags, but I'll leave them as journal cards, and so we'll do this in a mass make type way. That. That. It's such a weird fabric. I'm not a fabric guru, so I don't know what kind of fabric it is, but and you know, sometimes when you think things don't go, they might kind of do, if that makes sense. Just got done eating a bite of dinner, and so my stomach's got the hiccups. I got the hiccups going on. I'm kind of inclined to sew around these and then glue the birds on them. Give them a little bit of glue to hold them down. And I'll run a stitch around them. Let's see here. What kind of stitch do we want to do? Okay. We'll run a little stitch around them. I'm going to do it on camera since I've determined that my sewing machine isn't that loud. Although it's kind of hard for me to talk over it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know what to talk about, though. It's kind of hard for me to talk about what's going on, you know, weather-wise or anything like that. Mainly because I'm working these a little bit ahead. And so you guys might be watching it and be like, what? What is she talking about? This will be kind of a grungy, not really grungy, but kind of a, what is the word I'm looking for? Not really a perfectly lined up kind of stitch, if that makes any sort of sense. It's just kind of thrown together. That makes sense. Just kind of quickly done. Again, I've got a new sewing machine and I've not learned the pedal yet. I'm still getting used to it. I'm still getting used to all the settings and all it has to offer. I'm enjoying it. Definitely enjoying it. It's much fancier than the one I had. I mean, I still have the other one. I just don't use it. It's tucked away for emergencies. last one. Then we'll start seeing what we can do with the birds. I could add some more like collage background and all that. But I just don't know if I want to do that. I guess my thinking is, and I tend to think this way several times when I do any kind of a mass make or a challenge or anything like that, especially like an ephemera challenge. It's like I don't want to commit to too much of a color or a plan or whatever, not knowing what I'm going to do with these things later down the line. You know, I don't want to put a purple ribbon around it if they end up in a book that has nothing to do with purple stuff. So I kind of tend to do that. Again, my sewing machine has white in the bobbin and black on top. Don't know why. I think I'm just using what I had when I got this thing started and started playing with it and all that. Those are cute as they are. Cute little fabric. So we might just throw the little birds on. And I mean, that's not bad. They're not bad like that. I probably need to cut out the innards. When I'm sitting on my couch fussy cutting, I don't have the means to cut the little inside pieces like this. And I always say, I'm going to remember to do that. This blade is not very good. Let's see what else we have over here. We have a better blade. Let's try that one. I don't know that this one's cutting at all. No, not really. Well, heck. Let's see here. Try this again. I mean, I guess I could use my knife. This one's not very good either. I mean, we're working with it, but... Okay, let's try this with this guy. Almost would probably do better with my teensy little scissors wherever they are. These are my fabric scissors, but we are going to use them. Don't tell nobody. Okay. Anybody else need a trim? Toe trim? We're good? Okay. I'm going to put these down with Weld Bond glue, mainly because I'll be gluing to fabric. And I want them to stay, since there's all these little bits and pieces. And I will move my glue book here so y'all can kind of see me do this. Get the dry glue off the top. Okay. Just smattering this on with, it came from the dollar store. It's a makeup applicator. It's silicone. The glue peels off of it really well. Let's get our little piece of paper here to smush us down. Make sure the little legs are smushed down real good. And anyways, it's a makeup applicator. It's silicone. You can peel the glue off of it. Works good to spread a good even little spread to it. Which works pretty good when you're dealing with like little bitty bits of stuff, like his legs, his bird legs and all that. Just smooth right over it, and he is good to go. Got a little bit much on that one. That's okay though. Okay. There we go. And I think set all that aside, and we'll see what else we want to do, if anything, with these guys. I'm not going to cut them into tags. I'm not going to, let's see, maybe we can corner round them. Maybe we can get some good corner punches. I don't even think I'm going to edge them with ink. I think we'll just leave them kind of raw like that. What is the deal? I really need to get rid of this. Get a new one. Of course, it is kind of trying to cut through fabric. So you can't blame it for acting a fool now. The problem is this metal piece has come out of this plastic. This plastic is broke. And so it doesn't want to stay. When you put pressure, it pops through. And then it don't, once it's popped through, it don't want to, you can't get a good snap with it. If that makes any sort of sense. Not that y'all really care about my broken corner rounder, but you know. One of these days, I'll get a new one. One of these days. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do with this. I'm not going to add anything more to them. I'm going to leave them pretty simple like that. And they are simple enough that we can do something else with them when it comes time for them to go to their home. Be in a journal that makes more sense to them. So, there you have it. That is day 22. That one stumped me a little bit, but we came back and just went with it and put them together and made it happen. However silly it may look. I actually kind of like them. I mean, it's not something that I would have went with, but I actually kind of like them. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Thanks for joining me for day 22. I'll be back tomorrow with day 23, and we'll go from there. Bye for now.